everyone. Welcome back to English in Real Life. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mark. And today's topic is one that affects pretty much everyone at some point in their lives.
It really does. We are talking about weight loss routines, diet, exercise, and the habits that actually make a difference. Not a crash diet, not an extreme workout plan. Real, sustainable changes that you can actually stick to.
And I have to say, this is personal for me. About 2 years ago, I decided to seriously cut down on processed food and start working out regularly. And the difference it made was just unexpected.
Really? What changed?
Everything, honestly. More energy, better sleep, clearer thinking. I did not just lose weight, I felt like a completely different person.
Okay. I love that. And that is exactly the point. When you make these changes consistently, the results go way beyond the number on the scale.
Way beyond. So, let's get into it. Where do we start?
Let's start with food. Because honestly, and I say this as someone who loves exercise, you cannot outrun a bad diet.
You cannot outrun a bad diet. That is so true. No matter how much you work out, if you keep eating poorly, you will not see the results you want.
Exactly. So the first thing is to cut out, or at least cut back on, ultra-processed foods. Things like packaged snacks, sugary drinks, fast food. These foods are designed to make you eat more than you need. They mess with your hunger signals.
And they fill you up temporarily, but then leave you feeling hungry again really quickly. I used to reach for a bag of crisps every afternoon around 3 p.m. every single day.
With the 3 p.m. slump, what did you switch to?
Nuts, fruit, boiled eggs, things that actually keep you going. It took about 2 weeks to get used to it, but after that I stopped craving the processed stuff completely.
That is so common. Your taste buds genuinely adjust. And the second big food habit, eating more whole foods, vegetables, lean protein, whole grains, healthy fats. Not counting every calorie, just crowding out the bad stuff with the good stuff.
Crowding out, I love that idea. Instead of focusing on what to take away, you focus on adding in more of the right things. And naturally, there is less room for the bad stuff.
Exactly. And drink water. I know everyone says this, but so many people are mildly dehydrated all day, and they think they are hungry when they are actually just thirsty.
I started carrying a water bottle everywhere, and it genuinely cut down on my snacking. Sometimes your body is just asking for water and you give it a biscuit.
And the biscuit does not answer the question. Okay, exercise. What works?
So the most important thing I learned, and this took me a while to take on board, is that the best exercise is the one you will actually keep up.
100%. There is no point in signing up for a gym if you hate the gym. Find something you genuinely enjoy. Walking, swimming, dancing, cycling, a sport. Anything that gets your body moving and that you look forward to.
And consistency beats intensity every time. 3 30-minute sessions a week that you stick to will do far more than one brutal 2-hour session every 2 weeks.
Oh, so much more. And for weight loss specifically, a combination of cardio and strength training works really well. Cardio burns calories during the workout. Strength training builds muscle, which burns more calories even at rest.
The muscle burns calories while you're just sitting there. I love that.
You are working out while you do nothing. And sleep. People completely underestimate sleep. When you do not sleep enough, your hunger hormones go out of balance. You crave more sugar, more fat, more carbs.
I notice this so clearly. On nights when I do not sleep well, I wake up and I want to eat everything in sight.
Because your body is looking for quick energy to make up for the lack of rest. So sleep is not separate from your weight loss routine. It is part of your weight loss routine.
And stress. When you are stressed, your body produces cortisol, and high cortisol makes you hold on to weight, especially around the middle.
So managing stress, through exercise, through rest, through whatever works for you, is directly connected to your body composition.
It all connects: sleep, stress, food, movement. You cannot just fix one and ignore the others.
Yeah, it is a whole system. And the last thing I want to say, please do not give up when you have a bad day or a bad week. Everyone goes off track. Everyone has a week where they eat badly and skip the gym.
Everyone. The difference between people who succeed and people who do not is not that some people never slip up. It is that some people get back on track quickly.
They do not let one bad day turn into one bad week. They just get back to it. No guilt, no drama, just back to it.
That mindset is everything. Vocabulary section.
Well, let's do it.
Today we used a lot of really useful phrasal verbs. Verbs made of 2 or 3 words that have a special meaning. Let's go through them.
Cut out. To cut something out means to completely stop doing it or eating it. She cut out sugar completely and felt so much better. You can also say, cut out a habit, cut out a person, remove something entirely from your life.
See, cut back on. Similar, but this means to reduce something, not eliminate it completely. He cut back on alcohol. He did not stop entirely, just reduced it. Cut out is total removal. Cut back on is reduction. Important difference.
Reach for. To reach for something means to instinctively go for it, usually a habit or an automatic response. Every time she felt anxious, she reached for her phone. Or, he always reached for something sweet after dinner. It suggests automaticity. You do it without really thinking.
Keep up. To keep up means to continue doing something consistently over time. She kept up her exercise routine even during the holidays. You can also keep up with someone, meaning to maintain the same pace or level, very common in everyday English.
Stick to. To stick to something means to stay committed to a plan or decision, not to abandon it. He found it hard to stick to his diet at weekends. You can stick to a plan, a budget, a routine, a promise. It implies discipline and commitment.
Take on board. To take something on board means to accept and genuinely understand a piece of information or advice. It took him a while to take on board that rest was just as important as training. This is a very natural expression in professional and everyday English, especially when someone finally accepts something they were resisting.
Give up. To give up means to stop trying, to quit before reaching your goal. A lot of people give up after the first 2 weeks because they do not see results yet. And the opposite, do not give up, is one of the most motivating phrases in English.
He slip up. To slip up means to make a mistake or to break a habit temporarily. Everyone slips up sometimes, and the important thing is what you do next. It is softer than fail. It suggests a small mistake rather than a total breakdown.
And get back on track. To get back on track means to return to the right path after a setback or a period of losing focus. After a difficult month, she got back on track with her routine. This is an incredibly useful expression. In fitness, in work, in relationships, in any area of life where you have lost direction and want to restart.
So, cut out, cut back on, reach for, keep up, stick to, take on board, give up, slip up, get back on track. 9 phrasal verbs from one real conversation. And every single one of them appears regularly in everyday English.
Choose 1 or 2 this week and use them. In a message, in a conversation, in your journal, because that is how language becomes yours. Not from a list, but from actually using it.
From passive knowledge to active fluency, that is the whole journey.
That is everything for today's episode of English in Real Life. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Keep learning, keep going, and we will see you in the next one.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. And hey, drink some water right now. So seriously, go.
Go. See you next time.